The market launches higher and then gives some back. Are the bulls done, or is there still more runway to go? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that we were looking for a little bit of a pullback before the market launched higher, and it decided to forego the pullback and launch directly higher in a more direct move in the C wave, and that was certainly one of our alternate paths, and we were expecting the market to hit that 5,600 to 5,800 area. Now, the question is, do the bulls still have runway, or are they all done? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, as always, before we jump into the charts, we will take a look at the results of our indicator. It had another good day. It wasn't a great day. It started off pretty rocky, actually, and then by the end of the trading session, we were green, and that's what matters. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart in TradingView. And if you're new here, we've built a custom TradingView indicator called IWJ Pivot Point Pro, and it helps you catch tops and bottoms for day trading and huge moves in swing trading. We've demonstrated the swing trading on Apple and Amazon and Bitcoin and Nvidia and Netflix. You name it, we've done it. We have shown the power of the swing trading indicator. Today we're going to look at day trading. So we are looking at TradingView here. You do need a TradingView account to use the indicator, and you need real-time data on the NQ and ES. All of this is explained when you get the indicator on how to set all that up. If you don't have a TradingView account, I do have a link in the instructional area that will get you a TradingView account at a discount so that you can open one a little cheaper than their regular price. So as we look at the chart here, on the left we have our yellow. That's our pre-market trading, and on the right in blue you have post-market trading. You do need that turned on for the indicator to work properly. And we only trade regular trading hours, and we only trade till 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 Eastern Time, because after that the market tends to get choppy and not as reliable because the volume goes down, and a heavy contributor to what gives us good entries is volume. So as you can see here, the first part of the day was really weird. There was a lot of big jumps. You can see this second candle of the day has a huge wick all the way up to 544.90 and all the way down to 539.61. It was jumping all over the place. It made it very difficult to trade. We actually had 2 losers in there. And then we had this winner. This sell right here, even though it was only 1 bar of selling, was in fact a winner. It was a small winner, but a winner nonetheless. Then they came back up. We got this sell here, which was a nice winner down to here, and then they spiked it on us again. Another weird jump in the market that stopped us out, but another small winner. And then we came down and nailed this buy at the very bottom, ran it all the way up, and had a winning day overall. So the indicator found the tops and bottoms. There was just some weird stuff going on in the market that kind of stopped us out. Otherwise, I mean, this is a monster trade. It's got the sell signal exactly right. They just ran this weird bounce here that, you can see they ran all the way down, all the way back up. And it's weird because it happened in a split second. It's one of them jumpy bars that usually you would see like on Fed News or CPI or something like that. So a little bit strange there. I'm sure somebody tweeted something or something happened to cause that, but the indicator's spot on with the short. We made money on the short, just not as much as had we not got that bar. I mean, this is a freight train to the downside. So the indicator's spot on, just a little bit weird in the day. Like I said, a green day overall, and when you're making money, that's what it's all about. And you don't always get dream scenarios. I mean, we get a lot of dream scenarios with the indicator, guys. We get a lot of 4, 5, 6-point SPY moves that we catch the top and bottom of perfectly. We get a lot of middle winners where we get 3, 4, and 5-point SPY moves, and a lot of small winners where we get like 2 or 3-point SPY moves. Tons of winning trades, guys. They outweigh the losers by a bunch. You can see on the screen we're up 29% or $29,000. It actually says 30 because Matt wants me to trade 30 contracts. He is a paid subscriber. He keeps track of this to keep me honest. I didn't trade the 30 contracts, so that's why I say 29,000 because that's what it actually is, and I don't fudge my numbers. And that's based on a 100K account, so that's 29% in just the first quarter. Last year, we were up over 35% for the year on a 100K account, so you can imagine how good that is to have those winning trades on your side and build your account so quickly, only using 1 to 4%, 1 to 5% of your account on any given trade. We don't get all in. We don't go for broke. We don't try to get rich quick. This isn't a scheme. This is disciplined, honest trading in a way that makes sense with a really strong, disciplined trading approach. I give you all of the instructions on how to do that. You can see on the screen, people call this a cheat code. People are taking off work because they want to go play golf, because they're making money with the indicator. It's helping hundreds of traders finally beat the market. If you're not beating the market, and be honest with yourself, if you're not beating the market, then this indicator can help you, and I want you to have it, and here's how you do it. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and check out that link. It'll take you over to our website. Once you're there, find our membership plans area. You'll see my rooms, and if you want daily updates, if you want my daily live call, all that stuff, we'll go over that later, but really great value there. You see our daily live call, you can get one for $5 just to see what it's like before you get into the room, so you can just test it out. But more importantly, you scroll down, you'll find the trading view indicators down here. And the big thing, guys, because I know it's great and I believe in the stuff that I put out and I know you're going to love it, I give you a 30-day money-back guarantee so that you can see this thing. You don't even have to trade with it. Put it on your chart for 30 days, watch it, paper trade with it, see if it does what I say it does, use it, and then after 30 days, you'll be like the other 99% of people making money and say, man, I want to keep this thing. It's amazing. However, if you're not, shoot me an email and say, hey, it's not for me. And I refund your money. No big deal. You go your way, I go mine. I want you to be happy, and I know you're going to be happy with the indicator, but in the instance you're not, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, it's helping hundreds of traders beat the market. So if you're not doing it, check this out. You can do it for free, and then you'll see what it does. All right, now let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay. So if we look at the count, we talked about this earlier today. We are viewing this as being in wave 3. So here's 1 and 2, 3 of 3, 4 of 3. We would look for 5 of 3 back up towards this 5550, 5600 area. Then we look for another 4 and 5 into the 5700 area. That's where we kind of target based on the projections. And should that be the case, this big box that we've had on our chart for a while now is expected to be resistance. Into that box, we would be looking for a 3-wave move down if we're bullish. If you see 3 waves down, probably into this 5300 to 5250 area, potentially as low as 5100. I mean, it can come down into this B wave low here. But then we would look for a rally back up to new all-time highs if that's the case. If we get a 5-wave pullback, so if we get this move up into this area and you get a 5-wave pullback, that is much more bearish. We'd be looking for a 3-wave bounce and then continuation to the downside. That would take us to a much, much lower and longer and bigger correction. That should that start to happen, I will cover that and go over a bigger picture view. But as of right now, that's putting the cart ahead of the horse. We still need to see what happens when we get up here or if they can break down directly. So overall, we are looking for that kind of action. Now, if we see the market move up, this could be a wave 1, but if it is, that would be extremely bullish. You'd look for a wave 2 pullback, and then we would look for a 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and then we'd look for a breakout directly to new all-time highs where they grind through this box. That is certainly possible. I don't think it's necessarily likely. This should be major, major supply and also resistance. There should be at least a minimum of a rejection in that zone. So I'd be a little bit surprised to see that. As long as they hold 53.72, I'll even give them 53.43, even though that's a little bit low. As long as they hold that and then push higher than the impulsive C wave directly remains intact, but below 53.43, we have to start considering the possibility that this is a 1-2 setup to the upside. Primary count is still down. Primary count is still that we fail this area and turn over. But again, we won't get the cart ahead of the horse. We want to see what happens when we get up here and turn down. Can they fail directly lower? The answer is yes, but this is a really ugly pattern. You know, is it possible that they thread the needle here and this is like 1 and then 2 is an ABC flat, an expanded flat, and then you see 1 of 3, 2 of 3 in a breakdown? Yes, that is possible. However, this wave 1 is very short, so I would not really think that that's likely. And this is flat here would be an odd structure for me to look at that as impulsive to the downside. It's not impossible, but it's certainly not likely. So the main path would still be higher into this rejection area. Again, blow through that and the bulls are high on the horse and riding to new all-time highs. Any questions on the ES? The move down from the top on ES, are they waiting to close the gap? Not if they're going to stay impulsive now. They'll close the gap later. So they don't have to close it now. They can come up, like I said, into the rejection area, pull back, close the gap here, and then go back up. They don't need to close the gap now. Same type of situation. The NASDAQ's a lot more clean though. They came up into the 1236. They've held the pivot so far. They need to hold 18,717 to really stay bullish here. And we would look for them to try to continue towards 19.5, pull back, and ultimately into the 19.8 area, which is in the middle of this box up here. That's the rejection area box. That would be a perfect target for them. That would be the primary path. Again, if this is a 1-2, we're off of this low, this is wave 1, and then you get a 3-wave pullback, and then this kind of breakout, that's going to line up to be very bullish and target above this box and probably new all-time highs. I don't love that count. Again, I don't think they're going to be able to grind through this directly. I do think you'll see rejection there. So a move lower, we'll have to see how it takes shape and what exactly happens. Can they have this being wave 1 and then a flat here? Yeah, but again, I don't like that count much at all. I think it's a pretty unlikely scenario. So NASDAQ, same type of situation. We're looking for higher, but we're looking for them to hold supports as they do so. They've done that so far. We look for them to continue, pull back, and then continue into that area. Questions on the NASDAQ? Which count favors a protracted move up? None really. If you're talking about this being the high and the market moving directly lower, I just went through that count, but I told the reasons why it's not very good. The more likely pullback scenario would be a wave 2, and then, like I said, a 1-2 breakout to new all-time highs. But it'll depend on structure and what we see at that time. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. If you scroll down a little further on the page, you're going to see our indicators, which you saw in the first part of the video, and also our courses. We have our Trade Waves Academy course, and right now I am giving 50% off of this course if you get the yearly indicator. So if you buy the yearly indicator right now, you're getting 2 months for free on that, and then you get Trade Waves Academy 50% off. In Trade Waves Academy, we go over all of the things that are outside of Elliott Wave to put a complete package together. We go over market psychology, capital management. You can see all the modules here on the screen. Options trading basics, candlestick patterns, how to trade price action, bull and bear traps, how to identify market reversals, fib levels and why they're important, how to identify key support and resistance, and trade setups and proper risk reward. All of this comes inside of Trade Waves Academy. On top of that, you get our Elliott Wave 4 beginners course included in this price, and you get the advanced Elliott Wave for free included in this price. So for $497, you get all of those modules I just said, plus the beginners course, plus advanced Elliott Wave. It's an incredible deal, and you can get it for half off right now if you get the yearly indicator. Now, as I did mention, we do have our advanced and our beginners Elliott Wave courses. In our advanced course, we're going through a lot of the things we're seeing on the charts right now. A lot of those things are the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, trading Elliott Wave, which right there, that is worth the price of admission. People don't understand that there's 2 paths and how do you trade them if there's up and down. It's because you trade setups, and there are very good setups in Elliott Wave Theory. You have to know how to spot them and trade them, and we talk about that here so that you can understand how to do this course. Now, I understand if this is too advanced. You can see, though, that our traders love it. But if you need to get started at the beginning, we have our Elliott Wave 4 Beginners online course. And this course is really helping traders understand a complex market in a way that makes sense. It's extremely confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up. It stops at random places. You don't know what's going on. That's because the news cycles were garbage. Elliott knew this long ago. He knew that key levels mattered. It's not random, and it's you're able to find these key levels, and this is what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, you get 25 videos where we go through your introduction. We have to introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory. We have to get your mindset right and give you the KISS method, how this works and why it works. It's very scientific based. People think it's just, oh, you just make a wave up. No, very scientific based. It's outstanding. Chart setup and tools. We go through all of your chart setups every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why we use it, and then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through each of the waves, how to find the key levels, how to understand impulsive and corrective waves, how to know where to get these measurements, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both of these courses is there's several ways to get them cheap or for free. You can get them both at a $37 discount with our Elliott Wave course bundle. You can get them for free in our Trade Waves Academy course. If you buy that, they are included in that course. Or if you just want to get them at a low monthly cost, you simply get one of our monthly rooms, as the Elliott Wave courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, we give you all of your real-time market updates, all of your buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions are answered. The midday video that you watch in these calls, that's live for everybody in these rooms. And then you get the beginners and the advanced course included in this price. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, the futures trading, his income trading method that just kills it, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price, get you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. That's why you get a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with your next market update.